I had an interesting morning today. I had a chance to go out and videotape the implosion of the 3 stacks at Navajo Generating Station. And that's what this video is all about. I'm bringing that to you to share it with you so that you can be a part of that experience in case you haven't already seen it. This was kind of a surreal experience for me, having been employed by SRP and starting my career out there at the power plant and as a power plant operator. But even before that, I was a security guard with a company called Birdco. And so I watched that plant get built. And to see it come down, or to see the stacks come down, was kind of surreal. I'm still kind of trying to sort out what to do with all of that. But I wanted to share this video with you. I'm leaving the sound in the video. I was right off the highway there. I think it was US 98, just a little bit southeast of the plant. And I got a pretty good view there. There were a lot of people there. And so I wanted to leave the sound in it so that you could hear people's reaction when those stacks crumbled. So let's get started. So as we get going in this video, I want to precede the demolition with a little bit of information about the plant itself. I don't want to bore you with a lot of details, but if you are an employee out there like I was, I want to show you some of the way that it looks now. Yesterday, I was able to meet with a couple of employees and go up to the lookout right above the plant there, which used to be the parking lot. Of course, that was way after I left. When I left, the parking lot was down below. But I was able to shoot some video up there of what the plant looks like today. And I wanted to show you that as we kind of pan through this. You'll see that the SSR filters are gone. They're just not there anymore. And from this angle, Unit 1 is on the left, 2 is in the middle, 3 is on the right. And I was told by these employees, and they were exactly right, that the plan was to implode the stacks from Unit 1 through Unit 3 and have them fall north. And they were also going to blow up the precipitators for Unit 3 as well. So I'll show you those in just a second. Also, another reason that I wanted to do this is to let you hear the silence. You know, when that plant was up and running, it was never quiet. Unless there was a 3-unit outage, then it wasn't very quiet for long. But the quietness that is going on there right now is kind of eerie. So let me run through a little piece of this video here for you so that you can hear how quiet it is. Now that's just unheard of. One more little bonus feature I want to give you, looking right here at Unit 3, and some of you will remember this. I'm going to zoom in right here and look at this hole in the wall. Well, why are we looking at a hole in the wall? Well, this hole is kind of infamous in a way because it's the hole that was left by a bolt when the Unit 3 main steam leads blew off the Unit 3 turbine, late 70s, early 80s, somewhere in there. Anyway, those main steam leads just blew off of the Unit 3 turbine. I've got pictures of that, by the way. I need to find those and get them to you as well. Some old black and white photos that were taken the next day. I wasn't on shift when that happened, but I came in the next day and I remember just how eerie quiet it was, kind of like it is right now in these pictures. But that's what that hole is. One of the bolts, you know, those are big bolts. These are huge. And one of them flew through the wall there. That's what that hole is for. And ended up landing out by the guard shack that was at that time located at the bottom of the stairs right here off the Unit 3 cooling towers. So that's just a little bonus feature for you. I wanted to get that in there so that those of you who would remember that would remember that. I got out to the area that I was going to video this from right around 7 a.m., just before sunup. And here's a little video that I shot just as the sun was starting to peek over Lachie there, where you can see the number of cars that were along the highway. It actually grew after this. This was pretty early on. And the crowd just continued to gather and continued to gather. So there were a lot of people out there watching this. So as I mentioned just a moment ago, the plan was to have these stacks fall north as they were imploded one at a time, beginning with Unit 1 through Unit 3. And then also at the same time that Unit 3 was imploded, that the precipitators on Unit 3 would also be demolished. And I have to say that plan went off flawlessly. So if we zoom into this picture right here, let me show you what's going on. This is the Unit 1 stack. This is the Unit 2 stack. Unit 3 stack is here. These aren't the original stacks. These stacks were put in the late 90s, I believe it was, when the scrubbers went in. The original stacks had already been taken down. And what was left when those stacks were taken down was a 200-foot piece that remained, which was removed, a couple weeks ago, I think it was. you can still see the remnants of those laying around inside the plant site. But what you're about to see is Unit 1 stack is going to go, 2 is going to go, 3 is going to go, 2 and 3 are going to fall on top of Unit 1, and then you're going to see the precipitators on Unit 3 also implode. So let's watch this. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Whoopa. Boom!
Well, wasn't that fun? You know, the sound that you heard there as the stacks came down and as the Unit 3 precipitators came down really doesn't do it justice, because that was very loud and you could really kind of almost feel it against your body as the explosions were happening. Not so much the explosions, they weren't super loud, but when the things collapsed, when they hit the ground, you know, that big rumble that came through was really impactful as you were standing there. And so the video doesn't really capture the sound quality, you know, the impact of the sound that much, but it certainly captured the video part of it very well, didn't it? So that's kind of how my morning was spent. Later on, the dust plume that was created from this implosion slowly moved over page. You can kind of see it moving over. In fact, I can show you a couple of shots here. You can kind of see it. It's hard to show you the real impact of this. You know, a camera can't really capture the bigness of it. But here's the cloud, you know, as it kind of moved in. I felt like it was in a Stephen King novel. You know, you think about The Mist or, you know, one of those novels. And here's this big cloud that kind of hovered and started moving toward page, and part of it went over page, and it got kind of hazy for a few hours. It's gone now. And after it cleared up, here's what the power plant looked like without the stacks. Kind of like it got a haircut or something. I'm not sure. So anyway, thanks for joining me on this video. I'm going to pin this to the top of the website for a while. It's going to be here on YouTube, you know, forever, I'm sure. And so tell others about it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I realize it doesn't have anything to do with the dam, but it has a whole lot to do with the town. It impacted the town. The shutting down of that plant impacted the town big time. It impacted a lot of lives. So I wanted to put it on there and have it there for posterity's sake. If you liked it, tell other people about it and give them the address of the website and have them come check it out. So until next time, I'll see you.